Selamat sore semuanya. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yap, akhirnya setelah 2 minggu dari Ngotak yang kemarin kita ketemu lagi gitu ya. Kita coba untuk Ngotak 2 minggu sekali, kita coba sedang dalam fase percobaan gitu ya. Well, Sobat Ngampus, apa kabarnya gitu ya? Semoga dalam keadaan baik, sehat walafiat. Kalaupun sekiranya Sobat Ngampus yang sedang isoman di rumah, saya doakan semoga sehat walafiat ya, gitu. Semoga lekas sembuh dan tetap semangat gitu. So kali ini kita ngomongin apa ya? Oh ya, kita ngomongin masalah opportunity kerja sambil kuliah di Belanda. Saya mau tanya dong dari Sobat Kampus yang hadir di sini, siapa aja ya yang berminat banget pengen keluar negeri gitu ya, pengen punya, kalau di CV, ditulis CV itu ada tulisannya gitu ya, pernah sekolah dan kerja di luar negeri. Tolong jawab dong di komentar, Sobat Ngampus. Kira-kira siapa ya? Gitu ya. Apakah keren lagi? Ya, kalau di CV itu ada, wah pernah di luar negeri gitu ya. Apapun pekerjaannya, tapi itu menjadi sebuah, wih ini baru jawab nih, Andre S1, saya Kak, oke, Daniel saya Kak. Oh, ini pokoknya dari semangat dulu deh gitu. Saya tuh kadang juga ini juga ya, apa, opportunity gini nih kadang bikin jealous gitu ya dengan Sobat Kampus gitu, karena kesempatan ini tuh munculnya baru sekarang-sekarang gitu ya. Kemarin-kemarin pada saat saya kuliah itu saya pernah muncul gitu ya. Ya, oke. Miminnya juga, Miminnya pernah ada pengalaman kerja di luar negeri Mimin gitu. Jadi nggak perlu lagi, kasih kesempatan yang lain lah buat Sobat Kampus. Oke, so kali ini kita punya special guest gitu ya. Spesialnya karena beliau live dari Belanda gitu ya. Impian saya ingin tinggal bekerja di Belanda. Oke, keren nih Mas Indra. Jalur sepedanya bagus gitu ya. Oke, bukan, oh ya ada suara berdekit ya. Ini di sebelah saya lagi ada mesin cuci. Mohon maaf ya kalau ada distorsi. Mesin cucinya itu kayak roketnya SpaceX mau take off gitu. Ya bentar lagi sebentar gitu. Jadi mohon maaf sekali ada distorsi suara gitu ya. Jam-jam segini lagi pada nyuci soalnya. Oke, iya Belanda itu menyenangkan gitu ya. Belanda itu menyenangkan gitu. Jadi sepeda gitu ya. Benar juga sih. Sepedanya itu loh. Karena kalau dengar dari teman-teman saya yang sekolah di Belanda, itu yang paling dijaga itu adalah sepeda gitu. Karena sepeda itu merupakan transportasi yang sangat amat berharga gitu. Oke. So, kita panggilkan saja Paul. Halo Paul. Halo Paul. Oke, so saya akan introduce gitu ya, introduce dari pembicaranya, mewakili pembicaranya, Paul van der Veer, as Extensive Strategy. Oh ya, I hear you clear.
Okay.
So please, admin, put us in the same screen, side by side. So let the admin set up the screen. So wait. So where is your video, Paul?
It was working.
Okay.
What happened?
Oh, okay. So wait. So that's the you do a screen sharing. Okay.
And now?
Okay. So now you still in the letter P. Your screen is letter P. There is no you. Nah, okay, that's nice. Finally.
Because of the distance of 14,000 kilometers.
Yeah, that's so far. So how are you, Paul?
I'm fine. So, selamat sore to everybody.
So actually, we talk to Sobat Ngampooz, right? We call
Yes.
the participant is Sobat Ngampooz in Indonesia. So selamat sore, ya teman-teman Sobat Ngampooz ditanya apa kabar gitu ya. So we are going to talk about the opportunity, right? So the
Yes.
issue is there any glimmer of hope, right, for students from Indonesia that they want to do study and also they don't want to do a work in Netherlands? Is it possible to ask, right?
Yes, it is, but the problem is the COVID-19 pandemic.
Yeah.
Maybe I explained already to you that about 1.5 years ago, we should have started with an internship program in combination with some partners in Holland in business for special students from Indonesia for cybersecurity.
Yeah.
And we were working also on a program in Jakarta for a kind of internship in an excellence center. And that all started in 2019 in close cooperation with MOEC, that's the Ministry of Education and Culture in Jakarta.
Yep.
But because of the pandemic, it stopped. And until now, we only have it on paper. But for the future, of course, there are opportunities. And that is what I would like to explain. First, a little bit the strategy in what is expecting in the international way of work. And in combination with the knowledge, let me say the science of the students and maybe the students also in the last year before they
Okay.
are
Graduate.
graduated.
Yeah.
So there are possibilities for them in internship or in dual programs during their study. And we have already some experience with one university in Jakarta. And
Yep.
also the ministry was willing to bring 4 or 5 more universities to this program. And also we are thinking more about, besides the science, also applied science. We call it sometimes
Yep.
soft skills, what in international surrounding is demanding at the moment.
Okay. So let me discuss about the topic, right? The topic is, as you said, that the topic is about the cybersecurity. So
Yes.
what is it? Why it is so hot, cybersecurity right now?
I don't know, but I think also in Indonesia, but in Europe, there are many big companies. They have problems with their safety in the data network. We cannot say for sure, but there are rumors that Russian companies or Russian people and Chinese people are having interest in data from other companies. And also because of the pandemic, many companies are working more online, and that makes them, that gives them a problem in security because they are not secured from the past. And that means that many companies in Holland are looking for security experts in IT. And not only in Holland, but all over Europe, UK, Germany, Belgium.
Okay. So not only Netherlands, it is open for the whole country in Europe. So this is the good opportunity, you guys. Jadi, so let me explain to Sobat Ngampooz first, Paul. So
yes, please.
Give me some time. So, okay. So jadi ceritanya, ini saya jelasin sedikit ya, saya summary sedikit dalam bahasa, bahwasanya ada kesempatan besar buat Sobat Ngampooz untuk bisa bekerja dan kuliah gitu ya, sambil bersamaan di Eropa. Jadi nggak hanya di Netherlands. Kenapa? Karena mereka sedang, ya kita ketahui bahwasanya sekarang pandemik ya, pandemik. Jadi nanti pandemik itu orang-orang pada pakai teknologi semuanya serba online gitu ya, semua serba online, dan ya di situ ada ancamannya berupa security data gitu. Nah, dan itu sebuah masalah terbesar ya gitu dalam dunia teknologi gitu. So Paul, so why the people in Europe they are not interested in that sector? Is it because the topic, the security IT, is not sexy, or maybe you have a less population in Europe?
Now, there are two things. In the past, cybersecurity was not sexy, but maybe also in Indonesia not, because it's expensive. Besides that, when I
it's
look
expensive.
Yeah. But besides that, when I look to the level of IT students and masters in Indonesia, then the level is quite high. And also the quantity of diplomed IT engineers is quite high compared to, let me say, for example, Holland. In IT, maybe per year there are 300 to 500 diplomed students.
Jika meli kan?
Okay.
When I look to Indonesia and I look only to Jakarta, then per year there are maybe more than 3,000 diplomed engineers in computer science, IT, ICT. And then besides the polytechnics, because they are working in applied science, also in IT. So we have a lack of diplomed engineers in computer science and IT all over Europe, but also in Holland.
Okay. So, Sobat Ngampooz, so let me explain to the Sobat Ngampooz first, Paul. So,
Yes.
Jadi pertama itu adalah gara-garanya ya populasinya. Jadi bayangkan saja di Belanda saja itu setahun ya lulusannya cuma 300. Bayangkan di Indonesia, jangan di Indonesia deh, Jakarta aja. Satu kampus ya, setahun itu bisa sekitar 2000-an. Satu kampus ya. Jadi benar-benar ya kekurangan orang ya gitu mereka. Okay. So that's the first about the resources, the human resources, right?
Yes.
So how about the second?
Now, the second is that I think also that many companies would like to give opportunities to young people to get and to have some international experience. And therefore, because I'm traveling through Indonesia and to Indonesia already more than 20 years, and I did some projects for your ministry. And also we are working on an exchange program between universities that when we can introduce a little bit more the English language to Indonesian students, that makes them more, how can you say that the connection to the international world will be more close then. So that's another point that would be an advantage when the English language could be there. Then they are, the companies are interested in. And not only in Holland or Europe, but maybe also after that experience, international companies in Indonesia as well.
Yeah. So actually the English is mandatory. So there is
That's one of the main points, yes.
So English is mandatory.
Besides that, maybe because you have also been abroad, Ronnie, that we call it the soft skills has to be developed also in an international society. That's what we have learned from United States, from UK, from Australia, from Germany, that makes us more flexible and more professional.
So in this case, the students have to open-minded mind, right?
That's correct.
They have to, to adjust about they can adjust the culture, right? The communication skill also.
Communication is very important, yes. And of course, when we are studying IT, then we do not always need to have that communication skills. But when you are working in an international surrounding, it's almost number one. Besides
Yeah.
IT science, of course.
Okay, that's actually the every IT guys, right? They have a problem about communication.
Not everybody,
Not everybody.
but in the international surrounding, it's a need, really.
Ya. Oke. So, jadi sobat ngampus bahwasanya sobat kampus harus punya kemampuan dalam berbahasa Inggris ya. Jadi baik aktif maupun pasif. Kadang-kala ya orang Indonesia suka ini ya nyinyir ya netizen itu bahasa Inggris tuh pas-pasan, sok-sokan bahasa Inggris gitu. Jangan takut gitu ya. Jadi beraniin aja ngomong bahasa Inggris gitu. Saya pun juga pada dasarnya bahasa Inggris saya juga pas-pasan, tapi bagaimanapun ketika ngomong sama orang orang luar gitu ya, berapa kali saya ngomong sama orang luar gitu ya, tapi ya pede-pede aja gitu. Jadi nggak apa-apa, yang penting at this point Paul I talk about, so just talk English, right? No need to worry about the grammar, the vocab, as long as the opposite, right, can can understand what you say. So I think it's okay, right? As long as people understand your language. So that's the point. Dan kemudian lagi adalah masalah soft skill gitu ya, kemampuan berkomunikasi itu penting sekali gitu. So and then you have presentation, right? So are you
Yes, what I
ready
did,
to present?
yeah, what I did is
So,
to show a little bit what we should have started in March last year. That is also connected to Jakarta. So that means that many students who are interested and also many universities who are willing to participate could have participated in this project if we didn't had the COVID-19 pandemic. But let's be optimistic and let's see if we can start maybe next year, February.
yeah. So I think I'm interested in this program. I wish I am a student right now, and then my age is qualified there. Since that, I think I'm too old to follow that program. So
That's
let
true.
the younger, let the younger, right, to take this advantage, take this opportunity. Okay, so straight to the point, to the slide. Okay,
Yes, please.
Mbak Admin. So the stage is yours, Paul.
Okay, thank you. So, next, please. The next slide, please. Yes. What you can see here is that many governments, institutes facing the challenge to have enough recruiting people for IT, ICT, what I already explained in the small talk with Paroni, especially in the Netherlands. The Init Group Foundation Init means Netherlands, Indonesian, Netherlands International Training Program. We have developed several programs and we started with a new strategy for international, call it international working. So next sheet, please. Can I have the next one?
Okay, wait, I think this is delay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, when we look to the, my text is a little bit far away. When we look to the strategy, then you can see that, I mean, all other countries have to develop an international context. If we can cooperate in applied science with international institutes and partners, then it will be more easy to develop. Also, all over the world, also in Indonesia, to my opinion, there is a little bit lack between universities, polytechnics, and public-private partnership. So especially for cybersecurity and AI companies, they need to have some better connections with industry together and with the universities, and to cap a little bit, to bridge a little bit the gap. We have ideas to start an excellent center for cybersecurity and artificial intelligence in Jakarta. With that center, we can have a strong focus on applied science and what I called already soft skills. We can make connections to industry for research activities in cooperation with selected partners. And we can, no, it's very difficult to have the text.
So you can use the screen, maybe?
That is,
You can do the presentation? Oh, you
Yes.
have the notes, right?
Yeah, I have here some notes. And we have some activities to understand business and stimulate working together. Okay, the next screen, please. Yeah, here you can see how the Excellence Center could work. We started already with one university. You can see on the screen left side, University Budi Luhur in Jakarta. We have the Excellence Center in Jakarta in an office. We have already some research there. The INIT Foundation will be partner for the content, and we can bring in some partners from Europe, Holland, one professor in artificial intelligence and one professor in cybersecurity. When you look to this Excellence Center, you can see that Ministry of Education and Culture in Jakarta already involved in theory, but because of the pandemic, we couldn't fulfill the setup. And we have invited 3 to 5 other universities to bring in their knowledge. And with that knowledge, we are able to give back some more content to universities for, you can say the study programs. Startups can already use the knowledge from this Excellence Center in cybersecurity. Budi Luhur and partners in Indonesia can have the feedback, and other universities can also have feedback for their study program and content. And you can see that when you take everything together, that the universities and the INIT group can provide a real public-private cooperation. And that is what I think the professional world of work is looking for. It is a little bit, very much together, but I hope that you can see how you can combine knowledge, partnership, to make it more professional, but also attractive for the international business. And that is why we are working like this. Maybe I can explain that also in this Excellence Center, we can work with professors and students from several universities, led it by the partners in science, let me say the professors from some universities, professors from polytechnics, and the professor from Europe in cybersecurity and artificial intelligence. And everybody in that center will leave that center after working as a kind of internship student with a lot of knowledge and experience. Let me go to the next sheet. What are we asking, or what will be the view to the students? What you will have is a development in business skills and cybersecurity knowledge, because IT and cybersecurity will be, to my opinion, a connection for the future. To be successful in a center like this, we will train you first in a 2 to 3 weeks cybersecurity training in Jakarta, so that you have a real certificate in cybersecurity. During the time you can work, or students are working in this center, they have experience in operation and in the state-of-the-art security. And there will be research on specific cybersecurity topics, especially brought in by companies, so that it will be a real operational work. The light is still there? Yes. If you are successful in a center like this, then also there are possibilities for internship later on in a company in Jakarta, international company, or companies in Holland, and maybe later also in Europe. And besides this, we give you at the end of the presentation also an option for a study in IT in a dual program. When you work in a dual program, after graduation, there will be a possibility to have a job in Holland or another country in Europe with a maximum of 35 months, and you can earn there a full salary of, we call it a bachelor engineer in IT. Okay, the next sheet, please. Why shall a company invest in something like this? The benefits for a company could be that they recruit young security talent from Indonesia, because in Europe and especially in Holland there is a lack of young security talent. It's an attractive program to acquire qualified people, because in Europe and in Holland it's difficult to find. And for a company it's very easy for acquisition, because the selection will be already in Jakarta. And in addition to the activities, they can ask the student to do a research assignment to carry out within the framework of a thesis. So it's a combination between you and the benefit for the company. And if there is an internship, after that period, there could be a contract for maximum 35 months. But all, I have to repeat it, depends on COVID-19 pandemic, because at the moment we cannot start. It's a pity. You can see the benefits for the company. It is not only a benefit for the student, for you, but it's also a benefit for company. It's a two-way system. And then the next, please. If there are universities which like to participate, they have also benefits. They can have with their students and the program an outstanding international experience, image, and very good publicity and relations for the university, of course. Also, the university can offer excellent programs to their IT students in this international context. And it is also a nice opportunity to affiliate with cybersecurity as a specialization, so they can use all their knowledge in some new content. The university can be in an international turnkey program to give internationalization to your or another university. Please, the next. Here you can see a little bit how it works. The Excellence Center is an investment in cybersecurity programs. One of the most important things makes studies more applied. That is also in connection with internship. And another very important thing I discussed already in the interview with Paroni, that soft skills are becoming more and more important. And that means not only cybersecurity, science, but also communication, participating in meetings, taking responsibility and having commitment for the final job. But how can we bridge the gap between the outside world, the business, society, industry, and the industries, the universities and polytechnics? You can see from the left side, when the business have a problem, they can bring it in the Excellence Center for Cybersecurity, because the university and the polytechnics will send their lecturers and students to work on that problem. And I'm sure with the right attitude, there will be an excellent solution working out in that Excellence Center. And we started that center in Jakarta. What will be the benefit? The benefit will be that the people will be more skilled and trained during working on that problem, really in operation, you can say. And the knowledge will go back to university and the polytechnic. But last but not least, the business, society, the world of work will got a solution for almost nothing in their problem. And that means that the students, the university, the polytechnics are more attractive as a partner for the business and the world of work in the future. And then you can see that if you are not only working in Indonesia, but also you can do that online with companies in UK, Germany, Holland, Belgium, or Australia, and you are using one language, and that's the English language, you can do this kind of work all over the world from Jakarta or in another country. So I hope this gives an idea how we can bridge the gap. And that is what we have in mind, not only working together or sending out students or having a nice time. No, really are ready for the future as a professional. Next, please. Here you can see, can I have the text also? Is the next one maybe? No? Okay, I will explain. No, please back.
The previous or next? Okay.
No, this is okay. This is okay. Here you can see the center. There is a text, but the text is not coming. Sorry. The center of excellence is in the middle. The participants under the middle, you can see the init group who are coordinating the partners of industry, the partners of university, the Ministry of Education, and the business. So the stakeholders all are participating in this. So for this internship development, the participants from Indonesia who are going abroad only has to pay a little bit for starting, and all the rest will be paid by the partners because they also have benefit. We ask a little bit from the university. We hope that the ministry is still willing to participate in the project, and the companies will take care of all the other things. Then the next, please. If it is so far that we can start again internship in the Netherlands, or also you can call it Holland, we acquire several things. That means that the first 6 months, students can obtain experience as a security analyst because they have already been trained in Jakarta on some items in cybersecurity. The second 6 months of a year, there will be an option to work also in combination in the company and do some research. There could be a thesis to finalize in Indonesia or in Holland. It depends on the university and the need of the university for graduation. And the students will defend their thesis online. The options after graduation, and that is very interesting. If the students make a good, the company is interested in the excellent students to give them a job for, in the beginning, 1 year, they can start working in the company against a good salary, and it could be for almost 3 years. After those 3 years, the students, in that case, the professionals, has to go back to Indonesia. And then in Indonesia, you come back as a real professional, and normally all international and Indonesian companies are ready to offer you a job, of course. Next, please. No, one back, please. Yes. The benefits to the students. If you are accepted and having the certificate of cybersecurity in Jakarta, you can have a monthly fee of approximately 940 euro. That will be about 15 billion rupiah. But from that money, you of course have to pay also some cost to live. You have only to invest in traveling, tickets, passport, immigration, food and insurance. Maybe, and that is what we are thinking to start discussion with the ministry or with the university, that you can have a loan in the beginning. The passport has to be arranged by the student, and our group will facilitate all the other things in the neighborhood of the company. But the demand is that you must participate in a 2-week cybersecurity training before you can go to Holland or abroad. And you have to obtain the certificate. And then the benefit is that you would have experience in operation in state-of-art cybersecurity center. So the companies are really willing to have you abroad. And you will do some research on specific cybersecurity topics in cooperation with the company, and of course your university has to agree to that topic. Next, please. But there are conditions for selection, and it's not because of me, but because of the immigration and the need of companies, that in principle the students are asking to have a GPA around 3.0 or more in the 3rd year. I know that is quite heavy, but that is in principle the need they are asking. Because of immigration system, the students should have a maximum age of 21. But normally when it is in the 3rd year, I think that will not be the biggest problem. You can only participate in the program if you have that certificate, what we can arrange in the Excellence Center in Jakarta. And also they asking an English language IELTS test 6 or more, 6.0 or more, or TOEFL 550, I think. Another thing is that after the final selection, because there has to be an initial fee of 500 euro, if the student couldn't make the final selection, they can have most of that money back, but we are thinking that everybody can make it. And also those 500 euro, we think if that will be a problem, maybe there can be a loan, because after the period you will earn about 50 million a month. So that could be possible that we arrange a loan for that. And when they fail to have the certificate, you get a restitution of 50% of the initial fee. That's also to be sure that everybody will work hard to reach that certificate, of course. Yes, the next, please. Then we go to the procedure. All depending on COVID-19 pandemic period. But you can start writing a motivation letter to the coordinator of this program, and that will be in this case the international office of Budi Luhur University in Jakarta. And at the end, you can see the phone number and the email address of the head of the department where you could apply. Together with an application letter later on, we have to ask also the certification and GPA form in English. There will be a pre-selection based on the application letter. Yeah. At this moment, it's not so important, but I think it's good to let you know that there will be a procedure, and it's not only depending on me. I'm not the boss in the program. After final selection, the training will start located in Jakarta. After the training, students have to prepare themselves. And after certification, there will be a selection together with a company in the other country. And the INIT group will take care of all the communication, immigration, location, and so on and so on. Please, next. If we have a summary, then you can say there is an emergency need for cybersecurity and AI professionals, I think all over the world, but especially in Europe, because of new business relies on cyberspace, and if we do nothing, all states will be in danger. There has been already terrific problems. Higher education and working experience has an important role in facing this. With a strong focus on applied science and international internships, we think we can face a lot of problems, and partners in this program are coordinating and promote also internship and research on that. And we started all in the Excellence Center in Cybersecurity because we expect that before everybody can go abroad, we can start already in Jakarta. This is in just 15 to 20 minutes, an idea about a new approach for international experience for science and cybersecurity and applied science students in IT with a focus on cybersecurity and a focus on soft skills. And then, are there questions? I think so.
Okay, I think it's the end of the presentation, right, Paul? So, okay, so that was interesting. That was so, this very, very encouraging for someone who has passionate in, going to abroad, maybe to have experience, international experience also. So, Mbak Admin tolong di close slide. Nah, okay. So we're back in the conversation, right? So Paul, so I saw a lot of question here. So many participants asking the qualifications, right? Okay. So so I think it is open, right, for the students in the whole Indonesia. Okay.
Yes.
So I think this is a good opportunities for you guys. The participants, the maximum years, the maximum age before 21, right? 21
Yes.
years old, the maximum, right?
That's because of the regulation. Yeah.
Oh, that's the regulations. Okay, okay, okay. So for for you guys, right, that the age below 21, I think this is good opportunity. So we will share the slide. Is it okay that we share the slide to the participants, Paul?
Of course, of course.
Of course. Okay, so that's
Because there are
nice. So
so many information in procedure,
yeah,
they cannot forget if they have the copy.
yeah. So that's a good information there. So there are a lot of prerequisites. So you have to, as long as you have to prepare the passport also, you have to prepare your English skills. So before they go to the Holland, so they have to take the certification, right?
Yeah. The
Okay,
certification
so
is a training for 2 or 3 weeks, specialized on cybersecurity and soft skills.
so who is the instructor for
Instructor
certification?
it will be from Holland. It will be Professor Leo van Koppen. He is
Leo, okay.
professor in cybersecurity and connected to the University of Applied Science in Den Haag.
Okay.
Die heet.
So I think I'm interested in maybe invite Leo, okay, to discuss about cybersecurity in Holland, maybe in Ngotak. So so
Can
I hope he is willing to share his knowledge to us, right?
Of
And
course.
also give the exposure about give the explanation about how the atmosphere working international. So I think it's very good for our the knowledge for the Leo, right?
Yes.
So guys, I think we are going to share the question. Is there any questions?
Yes. And then
What about
afterwards,
artificial intelligence program? Okay. Pardon? Okay, so here is the questions.
yes.
First question is from Muhammad Fahmi Zulfikar. So what are the most wanted or most popular IT jobs in Netherlands, and what are the qualifications? Okay.
The most wanted job,
Yeah.
if I explain, is can be two sides: the science side, or in any case, we are looking for a cybersecurity specialist. And yeah, I cannot go into content because it depends on the
Yeah.
company.
So
And the qualification is GPA around 3 or more. And 2.9 and 3.1 is also around 3. And English, that is very important. Because we cannot have a working permit when the what's that? The IELTS test is not 6.0 or more. That's not because of me, but because of the immigration.
so okay, that's the immigration issue. So how
Yeah.
about the if the students work remotely from Indonesia, they don't go to Netherlands, is it okay? Is it possible if
It's
they
possible.
do
And
in Indonesia?
then it's of course they cannot earn that salary, of course. Then we have to negotiate about what kind of price
Yeah.
will the company pay for, and then you don't have the qualification in English. But I think when you have only 2.0 in GPA, then I'm afraid you cannot make it because it's still a high standard where we are working in. So
So at the first time,
GPA is a qualification.
okay. So at the first time is qualification about the GPA, the administration issue, right? And then after
Yes.
that, the company will test again, retest again
No,
to validate?
no.
Okay, just
Company will
okay.
follow our test.
Oh, okay. So I thought there is another test in the company, and then just for make sure, just for validating, just like that.
No. Let me say the init group together with the university will do the selection.
Okay.
And then, of course, the company could make a contact for communication online. And then they can
Okay.
always say, okay, we don't see it with this person or whatever, but not on qualification. Don't worry about that.
Okay, so as long as the students qualified from init group, so it is qualified for the company. So as
For
simple as that.
the whole country, yes.
For the whole country in Europe.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah,
So in this case,
because the training is quite heavy. But
okay.
what I learned during all the years in Indonesia, that the level of students is already very high. So that's really a compliment.
So I think it's not a big issue, right? To
No,
qualify the
no,
test from init group.
no.
Oke, jadi sobat ngampus bahwasanya yang tes adalah init group, dan once ketika init group bilang oke, maka kalian akan terkualifikasi ke company yang ada di Eropa ya. Jadi kuncinya adalah dari init group. Init group kunciannya gitu. So, okay, and then next question please. Okay, from Paulina, what are the requirements or abilities that we must have in order to study or work and develop in foreign countries, especially the Netherlands?
Yeah, it's a little bit the same. The requirement is the study, the background in the first 3 years, the training to fulfill the training in Jakarta, so that we are sure that everything for IT and cybersecurity will fit to the questions or the expectation from the companies. And then, especially for the Netherlands, is the IELTS test 6.0. So it's not so difficult. Not so difficult.
It's not so difficult. So, how about the adaptation, the culture? So, is it difficult to fit to the Netherlands culture?
Yes and no. I always say in Holland we have a different culture. It's in combination with Indonesia.
Yeah.
It's quite difficult because we have another kind of language and another kind of communication. When I'm in Indonesia, then I can see that all the people does not sound only polite, but they are polite. And in Holland, people doesn't sound polite, but they are polite. We are very straightforward.
Yeah.
If I give an example, if somebody asks me a question, I can just say yes, no. I can say it more easy, yes, no, but that's all. And nobody feels that it's too straight or whatever.
Yeah.
In Indonesia, everybody smile and said, no, maybe, let's eat together, maybe tomorrow. You know what I mean? And this kind of things are really different, but learned during the years that in about 4 to 6 weeks, with help of the board of our foundation, you can adapt, and we will guide them in this kind of culture. But we are open-minded. We have more than, only in Amsterdam, we have more than 55 nationalities living in the city only. More than 55 nationalities.
Okay. That's nice.
So it's different, not better, different, but you can survive. Don't worry.
So that's why Indonesian people, right, like to considering others' feeling.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah. Much more. That I learned in Indonesia so much.
yeah. So,
And besides that, we have a lot of Indonesian food as well.
oh yeah, that's nice. I just want to ask about the food, right? Since that,
We have
as long
many,
as I
many.
know, yeah, there is a stores that sells Indonesian food, Indonesian ingredients also, right?
Oh yes,
In The Hague.
we have many tacos here, and
Okay.
you can so many things you can buy here, and you can eat sambal buncis, rendang, sambal goreng
Rendang.
telur, all these kinds of things.
Okay. Sounds great. Okay. So, and then next questions. Okay, Nurlaili Apriliana, what the difference between studying and working there during pandemic and before the pandemic? Nice question.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Now, in studying, until next coming September, most of the students were studying at home online. And our government announced last week that the 1st of September, the universities will go open for, I think, 2 or 3 days a week. Then all the students have to test themselves before they entering the
Oh, okay.
university, but they are open again. Excuse me. And for working, about 75% of the employees are working at home.
Okay.
And
So how
before the
many?
pandemic, 100% were working in the companies.
So most of the population has been vaccinated, right? In the Holland.
Yeah, the last figures are that above 18 years, about 80% is
Oh,
vaccinated.
80% vaccinated.
And, and now they're starting between 12 and 18, and I don't know, maybe 30 to 50% already vaccinated. But it's free. Eh? In Holland, everybody can make his own decision, yes or no.
Yeah. I saw the European Cup, European Cup, yeah.
Yeah,
The last one. So I saw many people see the football match. They feel glad, they feel happy. So
final. Yeah.
yeah. Feels like a new hope, right? Feels like a new hope.
We have new hope because it's going better and better, and we are expecting that in February maybe we can restart to invite all kinds of students from abroad. But until now, it's limited.
Yeah. As long as the students is vaccinated from the outside Netherlands, right?
Yes.
So
Then
that's
when
mandatory
when they
vaccination.
are vaccinated, then I think it will be more easy to enter Europe. Yes.
It's easy because
More easy then. Yes.
yeah. It is good for to run their the European economy, right? Since that
Yes, of course. And we really, especially in Holland, we really would like to have students from abroad because we have many study programs in English. Also for the Dutch students, they learn in English. They study, I have to correct me, they study in English because the full program is in English.
okay. So actually, I am interested in joining the program, but online, not
Yeah,
going to Netherlands.
that can be. And besides that, I forget to say, uh, I also make a small presentation about a dual program. And that means that when students will start at the university, there is already a university in Jakarta who can offer from next year an international English program, 2 years in Indonesia and 2 years in Holland. So that is also to overcome the pandemic period.
Yeah.
And it saves a lot of cost, because when you are studying abroad, it will be about 15,000 euro per year for tuition fee and housing. But when you can stay 2 years longer in Indonesia, it will be more attractive maybe.
Yeah.
I made a small sheet, so maybe it's still in the administration that they can show it, because it's the second point of the presentation.
The second presentation. So
It's still
are you
there.
going to present or are
It's
you
not-
going to share? Just let the
It's already
participants read it.
it's already there.
Okay.
So Sarah has already the presentation standing
Okay.
ready for. Maybe it's a good idea to do.
Sure. Shall we?
Yeah, please. Here you can see there is a cooperation with HZ University. They are located in the west side near the coast of Holland. And we are already having a partner in Jakarta. That is Universitas Budi Luhur. The next, please. Ooh, the screen is not so well.
Yeah, it's not clear enough.
Okay, then the next one. Here you can see, if you start the study program like this, that you can, in year one, you can work on computer science, the introduction, game development, create a learning game, framework development, and small business. Yes, the next. In year two, there will be a separation in creating business value or data science. And those 2 years can be in Jakarta in English, full in English. And then the third year.
Next slide.
Next one, please.
Pick your destiny.
Just see what is of interest for you. And then the next, please. You can go for software engineer or to the data science. That will be normally in Holland. Next, please. Then you have an internship in the third year based on your track, what you have chosen. And that will be an internship with, I think, a salary of about 300 euro per month. That is for 6 months. And there will be a minor. Normally that will be in Holland, but it could also be in Jakarta. And then you will have half a year Holland, half a year Jakarta in year number 3. And then the next. Now that's what you could do in a minor.
Next slide. Netflix. Wow.
Yeah. And then, sorry, yeah, then the next.
Next.
Here you can see your specialization and graduation. And if the graduation will be also in Holland, that gives you immediately the opportunity to stay 1 year longer and have a real job hopefully in the company where you have done your internship, and they give you then the possibility to stay 1 year longer and earn about 1,000 euro a month. So it will pay back partly your cost of the study. That is an opportunity what we would like to start next year. And if it starts next year, that means that the first 2 years you can stay in Indonesia, and only the next 2 years or 1.5 years you have to go abroad. So this is an opportunity what is also there, but that is from the start. Okay, next. Hopefully there will be next. Here you can see how it is located and how they work on projects in IT in this case. And then the next. That is the university where you can contact, but the best is to contact in Jakarta. And I think the admin from Ngampooz will give the address and phone number from the contact person in Jakarta.
Yes, sure.
Okay.
I think it has been shared.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, the number is already in hand of the administration from Ngampooz.
Okay.
So I hope they can mention maybe in the chat.
In the chat, it has already.
Okay, okay.
It has already, Paul.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So
No, that is
think about
in addition to the standard presentation.
So I think the software engineer, that's my field.
Yes,
That's my passion.
I know.
I'm so excited when you present. Wow, that's my field actually.
Yeah.
Okay, then so next question, guys. Ainun Hidayanti. Aduh. How to get the scholarship to the Netherlands? Scholarship. Is there any scholarship here?
The scholarship is very, very difficult to explain for me because that is going through the NUFIC. But there were already some talks with the Ministry of Education and Culture in Jakarta. And in 2019, with the new minister, there was an idea to participate in this program, and there could be some scholarships maybe also from Indonesian side. But the other hand is, if you can find a loan and you are successful in the program, you can earn your own money back. Maybe you do remember what I explained in the first contact we had, that when we can find a small bank or the university is willing to arrange a loan, then if you work 12 or 30 months against 1,000 euro per month, then you can easily earn back the cost for study.
So, okay, I think it's clear. So without hoping the scholarship, so you can do this program. So before you enter the program, you have to spend around 500 euros, right? Am I
Yes.
correct, Paul?
Yes.
And then after that, you will earn more than 15
million per month.
15 million rupiah. Yeah, 15 million. So 500 euros around 8.5 million rupiah.
Yes.
So that's a half from your salary per month.
Per month.
Yeah.
And but that is for the internship. And when you are having the study, then it's another kind of internship, then it's study and internship together, and then it's about €300 a month. But still, if you are successful and you can finalize your study in Holland and get also the degree in Holland and in Jakarta or in Indonesia, let me say Indonesia, all over Indonesia, then you can stay for another year and you can earn again 15,000 or 15 million a month as a salary.
Yes.
So
damn
that's
good.
a kind of scholarship as well. But the
Yeah.
NUFIC is going is responsible for the scholarship to the Netherlands. And NUFIC is
Okay.
located in Jakarta.
Okay. So, next question, Paul.
Yeah.
Sure. MN Afif. The difference of IT development in Netherlands and other locations or special or unique IT development from Netherlands that other nation on earth didn't have.
What I did is I make a comparison table about 3 years ago, and I find out about between 75 and 85% of the study programs are equal.
Equal.
Yeah, so there is not a big difference. Only what we are asking in the professional world is more soft skills. That's maybe a difference. But in the IT development and IT science, it's almost the same.
Well, on my opinion, okay, I think it's easy, right, to find the science, to learn science. Maybe you can Google it, as you will find it in Google, right? So that's science. So how about the soft skills? Soft skills you have to practice, right? You have to implement it, right? So that's a tough one.
Yeah. So science is equal, but the soft skills, that is the tough one, and that is, let me say, that's very important in the professional development of candidates.
Especially for you want to have some international experience here. So you have to, you need to have a friends, right, that help you to improve the English, to improve the communicate to the foreigners, right?
Yeah.
So
it's not only the culture. Sorry.
Pardon?
It's not only the culture. It's really the capability in commitment and in soft skills to follow. Yeah.
So I think you need to maybe to make a friends, right, from others country.
Yes.
So I think it is help, right? It is helpful.
Yeah. It's always helpful, and already, and that's also what we learned, because Holland is such a small country. If we didn't study English, we couldn't do anything abroad. So because Indonesia is a large country and has a lot of development inside the country, but we do not have so much industry and so on. So with the English language, we could develop ourselves.
Yep. So maybe we can move to the next questions.
Yes.
Is there any? Oh, okay. So I think we need to read 2 more questions, right? Since that the time is limited. Okay, then from Ahmad Rafif Virus Rizikin. If I get work in Netherlands, can I remote the job?
And what does he mean with remote the job?
Means that Ahmad Rafif will do the job in Indonesia, not in the Netherlands, and the task directly from Netherlands, and then finish in Indonesia. That's remote.
Yeah, it depends. If you work here, that depends of the company. That's not in my hand, eh?
Okay, it is based on the company.
Based on the
It is
company.
possible, but it is depends on the company whether
Yes.
they agree or disagree about the circumstances, right?
Yes, because there are several Dutch companies also working in Indonesia, like Friese Vlag, milk, for
Vlag,
instance.
yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Philips, some other companies.
Philips,
Shell.
Shell, yeah, Shell.
No, it could be. It depends on the company.
Yeah. I am interested in Philips.
Mhm.
My father-in-law said that he was going to Netherlands. Okay,
Yes.
so he said that the Philips, right? The whole city in Philips, it is, right? It is lightning by the Philips itself.
Yeah,
So that's interesting.
that's correct. Eindhoven.
Eindhoven, yeah, Eindhoven.
Yeah, that's correct.
PSV,
Yeah,
PSV Eindhoven. Yeah.
yeah.
So he said that to me that when I said that I want to go to the Europe one day, he said that one day you have to go to the Eindhoven. Yes.
Yeah.
And then next question, maybe if you go to the Europe, you can see the football in Europe, since that I love the culture of the European football.
Mhm.
It's just like a mecca for me.
Yeah. But a lot of good players are playing around
Yeah.
Europe now. They are not in Holland anymore. They are playing in UK, in Barcelona,
Yeah.
in Italy,
Spain, UK, Italy.
Spain. So
That's
it's a
the
big,
three major countries.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then from Erwin Tanujaya, which coding language that is often in Netherlands? How is the culture in Netherlands when it comes to IT, like salary, freelance, recruitment, and etc.?
Now the everybody in Holland can understand English. That's number one.
Coding
Then
language. Oh, not the language, not a
coding
human
oh
language.
sorry, the
It is
coding
coding
language.
language.
It's
Yes.
about the same as in Indonesia. But
Laravel.
I'm not so involved in content, but I know Java, C++. You help me, you know better than me. So it's 85% the same as in Indonesia.
Okay, based on your slide about
Yeah,
Hazard University, right?
yeah,
I saw PHP in Laravel, right? That's the common language. So
right. You know better than me.
yeah. So Pak Erwin, jadi Pak Paul ini nggak terlalu mengerti tentang detailnya gitu ya. Beliau ini adalah orang yang melakukan administrasi gitu ya, mengadministrasikan orang untuk bisa bekerja dan sekolah di Belanda gitu. Oke, so the detail, beliau nggak bisa menjawab secara detail what's the common coding language, right, in Netherlands. So maybe the last question. This is the last question. So I'm very sorry for not reading the others question, since that we have a limitation in time. So from Geraldi Iqbal Fantoni, is Netherlands have enough source for the development of information technology,
It's a very good
human
question.
resources?
It's a very good question because the answer is very short answer, no. That means that in Holland we have a lot of companies, but not enough technician or bachelor or master level people in IT, especially not in cybersecurity. Therefore, we focus on cybersecurity. That gives the best opportunity for students and diploma students. So students with a degree to enter Europe and Holland, because there is not enough source. Because in Holland, I don't know, we have maximum 17 million inhabitants. That is about the same as only Jakarta in Indonesia.
Yeah,
So that gives maybe the answer.
that's a clue.
Yeah, that's the clue.
That's the clue. So, final question from me, Paul.
Yes.
So, compare with the Indian people, right? So, based on my experience, that we have an equal qualification, we have an equal knowledge, also skills in IT, compared with Indian people. But why Indian people is so they can go anywhere, right? They can see in major companies in US, for example, right? Like in Google, in Microsoft, for example. That's a major company, IT company in the world. So why the Indian people it's so outstanding compared with the Indonesian people, from your opinion?
I think there are 3 points. The first
Yeah.
advantage they already had is their language.
Okay.
They all were taught in English on high school and university. So that's number one. The second
Okay.
is that they were trained in marketing. And
Okay.
marketing,
Marketing.
not the sales side, but the strategic side of marketing.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that means that they could already have seen the demand abroad.
Okay.
And the second is that because of marketing and maybe also the language of English, they did already had some more soft skills.
That's the third one.
That's the third one. So it's not the science
Skill.
of IT. They are not, the skills of IT are not better. But the other three
Okay.
things, that was the advantage of India.
Yeah. Since that the English is the second language in India.
That's correct.
So okay. So in order to compete with Indian, so Indonesian people needs to do the same like Indian people, right? Minimum do the same.
Yeah.
Doing the marketing, since that I think that if I ask Indonesian people, right, Indonesian students, right, will you do a marketers? And they said, no, I don't like to be a marketers.
No, but
And
the point is that maybe it's not the student or the degrees, let me say, the professional has to be the marketing, but there must be a company who will arrange it for them.
yeah. The knowledge
There
how
must be an
to be a
institute.
good marketing.
There must be an institute who can sell Indonesia as one of the best IT countries in the world.
Okay. So the
So,
institute, right?
yeah. And then the soft skills. And that is
Okay, that's
also a little bit connected to the English language, because when you learn English, then you also have to open a little bit more your mind.
yeah. Learning about the culture, learning about the habits, many things.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's that's a good webinars right now. Okay, that's a good share, Paul.
It was my pleasure. It was my pleasure to
It's
present
an
a little bit
honor.
the idea. I hope it's not too much, but to my opinion, that will be the how you call it, the way, the bridge to
Yeah.
the international world.
Yes, it's very important to Ngotak audience, right? To hear directly from the native from you, right? About the international exposures here, about how to study in international, in the outside Indonesia, about how to get a job, right? So how to qualify it also. So
Yeah.
that's important thing. So I will share. We will share the presentation, right, directly
Yes,
to you
please.
guys. So no need to worry. Then also we also share the contact if you are interested in joining the program. Also, it's a pleasure, right?
Yes.
Take the
And please,
opportunity.
yeah, or apply for when there is in the future a possibility for the Excellence
Yep.
Center, just give your name and we will follow up.
Okay, because Zahra, she has that experience. So actually admin Ngampooz ini ya udah pernah keluar negeri gitu, pernah kerja keluar negeri yang jadi mimin ini gitu ya. Jadi silakan tanya ke mimin gitu ya untuk lebih tahu detail. So thank you, Paul. It's a pleasure to have you here.
You're
Glad you
welcome.
in the good shape. So hopefully you are in the
Thank you.
good shape always. Okay.
Hope to see you soon in Jakarta. That means that the
Sure.
pandemic is better. And terima kasih
I'm
banyak.
waiting. I'm waiting for you. Okay.
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 Bye-bye.
Thank you. Terima kasih semuanya telah hadir. Sampai ketemu lagi 2 minggu lagi ya. Kita ngomongin apa sih? Ngomongin marketing ya besok ya. Oh, besok kita ngomongin brand yourself as designer. We are talking about designing. Oke. Kreator TikTok. Wah, ini keren nih buat TikTokers. Oke. Terima kasih semuanya. Mohon maaf jika ada kesalahan, ada kekurangan. Billahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you.
Bye-bye.